Hi everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the multi-view projection. That is, we need to draw the front view, top view, and the side view of this machine component using AutoCAD. We can start. First, click on New to take a new file. Then we need to get the 2D drawing. So make sure it is in drafting and annotation. It is used for the 2D drawing. Now begin with to set the units. Type units, set into millimeters and precision 0.0 because that is enough for this drawing. Click OK. Now we need to set the limits. Type limits, press enter. So the lower left corner will be 0, 0. Here we are using an A3 sheet to draw. So the lower left corner, the origin here will be 0, 0. We can press enter or we can type it. Then the upper right corner, the X value must be 420, the Y value must be 297 because that is the value of the A3 sheet paper. You can either type it or press enter because the value is already given here. Press enter. So the limit is being set. Now we can check to zoom in and zoom out. We can use the mouse wheel, and this is the zoom extent. Now we can start by creating the layers. So this one is mainly for our drawing. To create a new layer, we can click here. We can give the name for the production line or the construction line. We can change the color. Click OK. Now we can add the dimension line. So another layer for the dimension. We can change the color. Click OK. Then another layer for the axis line. So we can go for the center line. We can change the color. Click OK. Now the line type here, this is all the continuous line. Here we need to change the line type, load, center to. So this will be smaller. So that will be feasible for our drawing. So select center to. Center X2 will be larger when compared to the normal center. So it's better to select the center to. Click OK. And we need to select this again. Then click OK. So here we can see it is changed. Now one more layer. It is for the hidden edges. Hidden edges. And we can change the color. Click OK. And the line type also. We can load another line type for dashed. Here we can go for the dash 2 because it is smaller. So it will be good for our drawing. Click OK. And we need to select it again. Click OK. So this is our drawing layer. This is our projection. This is our dimension layer. Here the center line and the hidden edges. We can close this. Now, before beginning to draw a line, we have to set the ortho mode on because it will help to draw the lines orthogonally or perpendicular. And one more thing, type O snap to snap the object. So we have to turn on all the tick marks. Select all, then the F3 that is also must be on. Click OK. Now we can start the drawing. So at first we need to draw the A3 sheet over here. So whenever you take a command, always read the X and the Y value. This must be inside our limit, that is 420 and 297. If sometimes it is very zoom out or something like this, it will be difficult to draw. So it's better to bring the X value and the Y value inside the limit. Here we are drawing the A3 sheet with the help of a rectangle tool. So it is asking to show the first point. Here the first point is 0, 0, or we can just use the snap grid and it will help us to find the 0, 0, the origin. Either you can type it or just show the point. Then show the direction. Here we need to mark it as 420. Now press tab. That is the y-axis. The next point that must be 297. So we get the rectangle over here. So this is our A3 sheet. We set the limit up to this size. So we need to draw everything inside this box. Now to create the margin, we can use the offset and the distance is 10. The true distance, offset distance is 10 mm. Click OK. Just click and show the direction. We get the value here. We can use this divide or explode tool to separate the entities. Here when we select this, it is selected as one object. So in order to make a multiple selection or different entities, we can use the explode command. Select object, then enter. Now when we go to select the object, we can select each line independently. Again, go for the offset, distance 10 is enough. Click. And we can trim off the extra edges. So it's up to you to draw how the margins. You can directly use the line command or you can separately use with the multi-line or polyline. It's up to you. Now we can go with the projection line. At first, we need to draw the axis, the XY axis. Take the line command. With the help of O snap, we can get the midpoint line here. Escape. To repeat the command, press enter. Again, we can go for the line command and make sure to turn off this snap grid. And we can go for the midpoint also. So we divide this into 4 equal parts, and in this figure we can see the front view, the top view and the left side view. So the left side view must be drawn to the right side of the first angle projection. So the left side view will be on the right side. We can start with the center line. We can mark it here. Now we can start with the drawing line. Start the line command. Here it's a symmetric object, so we can use the mirror command to draw the next half. So it's better to draw only the half portion, then the next portion will be completed with the mirror command. So right now I'm drawing only the half portion. Take the line command, specify the first point here. So total 90, so it is 45. Then the height here is 20. Then this distance is 15. Again, total height is 30. Then this distance is given 20. Then 10. We can mark the edge over here. So we can draw with the other line, or just we can use the offset command. So already the distance is 10 here. Press enter. And here also it's 10 mm above. We can mark this. We can use the extend command to mark here, and we can use the trim command to delete that portion, and we can join here the distance 20. Next thing, we need to draw an arc over here. For that, we just float a point here. We can take a circle and the center radius. So plot the center here, and the radius is 10. It's given here. Again, we can use the trim command to trim the extra edges. So the half portion of this figure is completed. So there are two type of selections. Either we can select using the blue selection, click and drag to the blue selection. Then we have to cover entire object to make the selection. And there is another selection too. Let's say green selection. Click and drag to the left. So it marks the selection when we touch the object. So these all selection will become over when we go for the touch selection or green selection. So it's better to make the blue selection to make a selection like this. Again, going for the mirror command, select object, we select mirror command, take the mirror command, select the object, then they press enter, then they ask for the mirror line. So this is our axis mirror line. and no need to erase the source object. So click new. So our front view is completed. Now we can draw the top view. So we can use the construction lines, projection lines here. We can take the distance. This I'm taking here 70. And here it's 90. Again, we can mark the construction lines over here. We can use the copy command for that. So select the object, press enter. Now just need to mark the base point. So we can copy multiple points here. And we can use the extend command uh, to plot the projection lines properly. So every projection is shown here. Now we can start with the construction. Drawing line, line. Here it's 90. Here it's 50. Again 90. So the outer is completed. Now we can see there's a line over here with thickness 10. So we can offset that. So distance is 10 itself. Press enter. Select the line here. And we can see an offset line here also. So the distance is 15. So we can re-enter or repeat the command. Select 15. Yes, select the lines over here and select the line to the here. So this line, and we can continue with the offset command. Repeat. The distance is now 10. And there's one more line over here, so we can use this and mark it 10. So every lines are plotted here. Now we can trim off the extra lines. Here it's over, and here so so we trim off the extra lines, and we need to create two lines over here, so we can draw it here. To repeat the command, press enter. Line command. So the top view is over. Now we need to draw a hole with dia 20 over here. So we can mark the center line. Here we can find out the midpoint. And center dia for the circle. Center dia is given, diameter is given 20. Go for the drawing line. Circle dia 20. So this circle is also completed. So the top view is also completed here. Now we can go for the side view. So the left side view is shown here on the right side of the projection. For that, we can go for the projection lines. With the help of the projection lines, we can start it from here. Again, either we can draw it again or use the copy command. So select the object, press enter. Now select the base point for that drawing. So we mark the outer here. Now we need to draw a 45-degree line over here to plot the left side view. So we use the polar tracking and set the 45, 90 multiple. So again take the line command. We can go and it will guide us to the 45-degree line. We can trim off the extra portions. Just select and it's gone. Now wait, turn on the ortho mode. Select the line command. Again, we can manually draw here or we can use the copy command. Enter, select the base point, select the base point, select the base point. So we get the outer over here. We can trim off the extra portions. So we can start with the line command. Make the layer to draw. Click on line command. So this height is 20 and here it's 50. And we can see 10 thickness, 10 mm thickness and 10 mm height. So here it will be 30. Now we can go for the top portion. Again, click on the line command. Here it's 30 and here it's 20 and it's connected to this point 10 mm above and close it here. So this is the side view. This is the side view of the object. Now we can mark the hidden edges. You can see there is a slot over here and that will be hidden in the front view. So we can use the projection lines to plot this distance over here and take the layer to hidden edges. Select the line command. Okay. And also the hole over here is also hidden. So we can mark at here. Again, take the line command up to this point. Escape, center again. So the hidden edges on the front view is over. Now coming to the top view, this load is again hidden. We can't see on the top view. So we can start with this line because it is following this one. So we can plot the hidden edges over here. Take the line command, press escape. Either we can draw it here, or we can copy it here, or we can use the mirror command. Select the mirror command, select the object, press enter, just show the mirror on the axis. No need to erase the source object. Click OK. So the hidden edges on the top view is also over. Now we need to draw the hidden edges over here on the side view. So this arc is hidden here. So we need to create again with the help of hidden edges. Take the line, and this is following this line itself. So we can start it here. Press escape. So there's a hidden portion here, and there's a hole over here on the center. So we can plot it with the help of the axis line, or we can uh, create the hole of 10. We can create it with the help of these two lines. We can create it with the help of these two lines also, because it's 20, the center line 10, 10. We can draw the axis line, extend, extend, then take the line command. So this is the axis line. So the distance is 20 dia. So we can mark a line over here. Take the line command. And with the help of offset, the distance is 10. Press enter, show the directions, and we can delete this line. So the 20 hole is also marked here, or we can draw the lines from here also, construction lines from here also. So every hidden edges is marked. We can check that on the layer. We can turn off the projection line layer. So one line is missing, this portion. We can mark with the hidden edges. And we can check it again. So everything is visible now, and the hidden edges are completed. So this is the front view, this is the top view, and this is the side view of this object. Now we can do the dimension. So we need to dimension we need to mark the dimension which is given in the figure. Every dimensions we need to mark here. So we go for the dimension line. Again, we can take this command to plot the dimension. We can go here. So here it's 90, shown as 90. And we can even use another command that means cube dimension. It will be helpful to mark multiple dimensions at a time. Press enter. So we can do multiple dimensions at a time. So here it's completed, and we can mark the dimension here also. Take the dimension from here. We can go for the cube dimension. We can mark this portion also. Select the cube dimension. Repeat the command by selecting. So we check. Now we need to mark the hole and this arc. So take this radius, dimension radius, select the arc. Now to show the diameter, we can select the diameter over here. Again, we can do the distance over here also. Here it is 10. Here also 10. So almost all the dimension given in the figure is marked in these three figures. Now we can give the names, the front view, the left side view, and the top view. Take the multi-line text, just draw, and we can increase the text height over here, give 7. So this is the front view. We can give the here front view. So we can reduce the size by selecting here. So the front view. Now we can either type here or by selecting the text command, or We can use the copy command. Select the object, press enter. We can edit. Left side view. Here, top view. Now we can check. We can check it on the layout also. Switch off the grid. You can even switch off the center line also. So every dimension is marked. Now, okay. Now we can go for the plot command. We need to convert this drawing to PDF. So click on drawing to PDF. Paper size. Here we are drawing ISO A3 420-297 because it's a landscape mode. X value is 420 and 297. This is the portrait mode. So be careful by selecting here. It's 420-297. And what is the plot area? Here we can set it to limits, or it's better to draw a window and show the plot area. Then moving to the offset, plot offset, click on center the plot. We need to center the plot. Here, the plot area is not fully covered because the orientation we need to change to landscape. Now it is covered fully. So this is the, we can check the preview. So we can see the front view, the left side view, and the top view. Every dimension is marked. Because then click OK. Now it's asked to save. So give a file name and save. We can see this PDF. Thank you.